In this video, we are going to answer a question: can I bottle my kombucha tea in a mason jar? So, can you? Sure, but is it the best container bottle to use? I don't agree. I don't think so. And here's why. First, before I start bashing mason jars, let me say I think mason jars are freaking awesome. They're just cool. They make you want to consume something, and they're thick glass, and they're just, I don't know, there's something about mason jars that make me feel like I should grow a beard and just hang out in the woods. So I use mason jars for other things. I use mason jars, not the lid, but I use the mason jars, just the mason jar itself, to like serve kombucha in, right? And there's a difference. So I keg my own kombucha, or if I'm serving kombucha out of a continuous brewing system right from the spigot, awesome. If you're pouring it into a mason jar, great. I use mason jars for fresh squeezed juices. So in the morning, if I'm preparing, I don't know, an apple, celery, jalapeno, yes, jalapeno, ginger, garlic treat for myself, it's going to a mason jar. I'm enjoying it. So there's lots of uses for mason jars, but we're talking about specifically bottling during a secondary fermentation of kombucha. Okay. Now, the reason why mason jars might not be the best fit is, one, some mason jars, I know the ones that I've used, have metal. So it's a metal top to it, and metal caps aren't the best choice because over time that metal, especially if it's not stainless steel metal, will rust. And I think rust is the word, right? It will start, the acidity of kombucha is so strong that it will break it down, and we don't want that. The other thing with mason jars is that if you look at a mason jar, it just goes up and down. There's no tapered neck. So when we're bottling something that has pressure, or will continue to build up pressure, things like kombucha, things like beer, we want that tapered neck, and we also want some type of safety, right? Safety valve. And safety valve means as simple as a used wine bottle. When I mean used wine bottle is, next time you drink a bottle of wine, save the bottle, rinse it out, and to me, that is the better alternative because you have the tapered neck and you have a cork, right? So the cork is that's your safety way of, like, you know, if something does happen, the cork will pop up. Now, how do I know this? Well, I used to brew bottled kombucha in a mason jar, and what I liked about it, the nice thing was the mason jar itself, the lid would kind of pop up. So that was my assurance that, well, okay, pressure is being built up. But in terms of the acidity of the lid, and is it really the best way? I'd never had an exploding bottle, but how much pressure could that lid take versus a cork that would just pop off, or, you know, if you're bottling in a plastic bottle, feeling that pressure.